Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. Today, we're rounding out a trilogy that's been going on the channel for the past couple of months. Charlie Brown, big famous Christmas specials. I say that because I know there were like a ton of Charlie Brown Christmas specials, but the big three were the Halloween one, the Thanksgiving one, and the Christmas one, easily. And we've done the Halloween and the Thanksgiving one, and now it's time to do the Christmas one, because I promised I would do that at Christmas time. I know Christmas is technically over now, but who cares? I'm just gonna jump right in because I think everybody knows the special, and if you don't, it's better to just watch it than to have me try to explain it to you. So let's just get right into it.
Fun for all that children call their favorite time of year.
We start out with the famous song that is now on every single person's jazzy Christmas music playlist.
I think there must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy.
Charlie Brown's just explaining seasonal depression. That's totally normal, dude.
I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel.
Same, dude. I know that feeling well.
You're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem.
And Linus is not being an understanding friend at all. Come on, Linus, you're better than that.
Sleigh bells in the air.
Am I the only one jealous that even the dog can ice skate better than I can? When I ice skate, it's like that scene in The Bishop's Wife where the guy almost falls on his face and dies. Snow not fall. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Critics love the new Christmas classic.
Oh, and so fun fact, I'm watching this on Vimeo because Apple Plus has been trying to capitalize on gatekeeping these classic things that used to just air on cable for pretty much everybody to watch. And I refuse to feed into that, so we're just watching it on Vimeo, and it has old-timey commercials. And so you know what? To get the full experience, just gonna keep going through the commercials.
Prancer, now playing at theaters everywhere. Rated G.
Prancer, huh? I'll have to put that on the list for next Christmas. Oh my god, for some reason, I know it's a 7-Up and it's supposed to be in front of, like, the fireplace, but my brain saw it at first as, like, a 7-Up in the microwave, and I got grossed out. Is this an Animaniacs crossover commercial? Oh, it's an M&M's commercial. I was sad. For a second, I thought it was Animaniacs. No, it's not M&M's. It's a 7-Up commercial. I don't know what those things are. They're the 7-Up ball.
Oh, hey, Dasher, I need stocking stuffers. Send down the Milton Bradley travel games.
You know, I feel like you're asking a little bit too much of the reindeer. They've just pulled your several tons heavy sleigh.
Yahtzee! Prancer!
The reindeer are playing Yahtzee on my roof on Christmas Eve? I never knew that.
Milton Bradley travel games are compact versions of fun family classics.
I love old-timey commercials. There's one person who put together a cut. It's like several hours long. It's 4 Rankin Christmas specials with a bunch of old-timey commercials. And I love it a lot, and I'll link it below because I just think they're doing the Lord's work. If you guys want, do you guys want videos that are just about old-timey commercials? Because I can absolutely make that a series on this channel. I think old-timey commercials are just so cute. Not to be like, you know, like old-timey, the 80s were old-timey or anything like that, but just, you know, like commercials that are no longer playing. I think it's nice to look back on them.
Rats. Nobody sent me a Christmas card today.
Aw, poor Charlie Brown.
I almost wish there weren't a holiday season. I know nobody likes me.
I always feel so sad for Charlie Brown. He has no friends.
Pigpen, you're the only person I know who can raise a cloud of dust in a snowstorm.
Oh, Pigpen, honey. The snowman is dusty. Okay, Snoopy's just straight up just like chowing down on raw bones. Heavy metal, man.
Try to catch snowflakes on your tongue.
This is a Christmas tradition that I didn't get to have, and still don't get to have to this day, because I live in Atlanta, in case you didn't know. We hardly ever get snow. And if we do, it's like just one random time in like February or March.
I never eat December snowflakes. I always wait until January.
Yeah, Lucy would love any snow that we get here. It's never in December. It was like 70 degrees on Christmas Day this year.
I think you have a customer.
So Lucy has like It's basically a lemonade stand setup, but instead of lemonade, she's selling therapy.
Wait a minute. Before you begin, I must ask that you pay in advance. 5 cents, please.
She's learning quick from the American medical system. But you know what? She's also promoting mental health, so yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one.
Boy, what a sound. How I love to hear that old money clink.
I know this came from the 60s, but like even in the 60s, I mean, I guess nickels were definitely worth something, especially to kids, but like, man, inflation's ruined everything for everybody.
The mere fact that you realize you need help indicates that you are not too far gone.
Why have I never noticed that the animation makes it look like Lucy's stuck in the middle of the desk? Is anybody else seeing that?
If we can find out what you're afraid of, we can label it.
Alright, as Lucy starts to list off phobias, let's play bingo and see how many we all have. It's like a put a finger down challenge, Lucy edition.
Are you afraid of responsibility? If you are, then you have hypengiophobia. About cats. If you're afraid of cats, you have ailurophasia. Are you afraid of staircases? If you are, then you have climacophobia. Maybe you have thalassophobia. This is fear of the ocean. Or chephorobia, which is the fear of crossing bridges. Do you think you have pantophobia?
What's pantophobia?
The fear of everything.
Yeah, I got 4 fingers down, Lucy. Although if you have fear of everything, you should have all fingers down. It's not a perfect system.
How would you like to be the director of our Christmas play? Me?
I love this. So Lucy says, hey, Charlie, I know you're super overwhelmed and depressed. Why don't you have a bunch of responsibility and direct our Christmas pageant? Which would make me feel worse if it was me, but it works for Charlie. His eyes bug out all scary-like, and he's happy.
We've even got a Christmas queen.
She's the queen of Christmas? Wonder how that domain works.
I never get what I really want. I always get a lot of stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that.
What is it you want?
Real estate.
My new headcanon is that when Lucy grows up, she grows up to be like an HGTV fanatical wine mom. Not that there's anything bad with being that, I just think that's what Lucy is. Where'd Snoopy get all those decorations? He doesn't have money, he's a dog.
Lights in the display contest.
Do you guys decorate the front of your house? We usually don't, but then the past couple of years we've just been like stringing like a couple of strings of lights outside just to like, you know, just to fit in with the neighbors who actually have their shit together. My thing that I've wanted to do every single year, and I swear to God I'm gonna do it next year if it kills me, and you can do this too if you feel so inclined. I want one of those inflatable Grinch things like to put in the front yard and 1 string of lights, and you string the string of lights from the Grinch to the top of the house so it looks like he's stealing your lights, and then you win Christmas on the entire block, and you have such minimal work to do. Perfect plan.
You write it and I'll tell you what I want to say.
Okay, shoot.
Dear Santa Claus, how have you been? Did you have a nice summer?
I love that Sally wants help writing a Christmas letter to Santa, and the first half of it is like super conversational. I never got to write letters to Santa. Did you guys like ask Santa about his life? I feel like that's the polite thing to do before you ask him for stuff, right?
Just send money. How about 10s and 20s?
10s and 20s?
Sally's gonna love growing up to have Amazon and subsequently Amazon gift cards. Real talk though, why do some people complain about getting gift cards? I love getting gift cards because it gives me an excuse to go and buy something that I would otherwise feel guilty for getting myself. I love the Peanuts dancing. It always makes me happy. They sure do dance like real life white people.
Director? What director? Charlie Brown! Oh no, we're doomed.
Poor Charlie, give him a chance.
Here he comes. Here's our director.
Yay!
It's the spirit of the actors that count. The interest that they show in their director. Am I right? I said, am I right?
I don't know if our director on Marley's Angels will ever see this video, but if you do, Andrew, was this what it was like directing all of us? Did we all give you an adequate hard time as a director? Sorry about that.
Pigpen, you're the innkeeper.
In spite of my outward appearance, I shall try to run a neat inn.
Oh, bless Pigpen.
Snoopy, you'll have to be all the animals in our play.
Really capturing the spirit of a small production that only has so many people to work on it.
You've gotta have respect for your director. I oughta slug you.
Don't hit.
Ugh! I've been kissed by a dog!
Don't kiss people without permission.
I
But also, who doesn't like pets? I love animals.
Memorize these lines. I can't memorize these lines. This is ridiculous.
Sibling energy.
I'll give you 5 good reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are good reasons.
I'd like to point out that they gave her an extra finger on her hand just to make that joke, because usually they have 4 fingers.
Can't go on. There's too much dust. Don't think of it as dust. Think of it as maybe the soil of some great past civilization.
Yeah, you gotta get more into character, girl.
You're an absolute mess. Just look at yourself.
Don't bully Pigpen.
On the contrary, I didn't think I looked that good.
Yeah, you tell him, Pigpen.
Sally, come here. What do you want her for? She's going to be your wife.
Oh god, poor Linus.
He has the nicest sense of humor.
The way she holds onto his blanket as they walk away.
Lunch break, lunch break, lunch break.
Yeah, just like every crew in existence. It's like, I don't care how much work needs to be done. It's time for lunch and we're getting lunch, goddammit.
You do think I'm beautiful, don't you, Charlie Brown? You didn't answer me right away.
Yeah, just say yes and be done with it, Charlie.
Let's face it, we all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket. It's run by a big Eastern syndicate, you know.
Is Lucy a QAnon supporter?
That's it, Charlie Brown. You get the tree. I'll handle this crowd.
So Linus and Charlie go out to get a tree. And I think everybody knows where this is going, but let's all pretend to be surprised.
Do something right for a change, Charlie Brown.
Ouch. So these 2 small children go to buy a tree. The 60s were wild, weren't they? There's all these, like, flashy fake ones, and then there's the sad, lonely Charlie Brown tree.
Gee, do they still make wooden Christmas trees?
Do they still make wooden Christmas trees?
I think it needs me.
No, it only has so many needles. Be careful. Oh, it's this confusing 7-Up commercial again. I'm so confused by it. Oh, well, that's a mood. I kind of vibe with that.
Ho, ho, ho. It's that time of year again.
Oh, this poor dog was put up to just having fake snow thrown at it. I mean, I'm sure he was fine, but still.
You deliver the Isotoner slippers.
He's a very good boy.
Isotoner Comfort Slippers with a unique 4-way stretch that gives tired feet the feeling of a massage.
Wait, so they're slippers that are too small for your feet to feel like you're getting a massage? I don't think that's how it works, right? Does anybody have these? Does anybody know?
We're into fun and friends and hanging out together. That's why we're into Cool Times Barbie.
Cool times, Barbie.
Ooh, Cool Time Barbie. She has a skateboard.
Cool times, Barbie. You're glad we're into Barbie.
Oh, she has leg warmers, too. Might as well just call her 80s Barbie. I had the Barbie that was pregnant, and she had a detachable pregnancy belly. Very strange toy to have, but I loved it.
Easy does it. The tree will get trimmed, the dinner will get cooked, and the gifts will get wrapped if you take your time instead of a drink or a drug. Easy does it.
I appreciate what they're trying to do, but did I just see a don't do drugs at Christmas campaign?
What kind of Christmas music is that?
Yeah, Beethoven's not Christmas music. It's kind of like, and this is a Christmas song, but when I ask somebody to put on Christmas music, and the first thing they put on is Ave Maria, I get sad. That's not what I'm asking for when I ask for Christmas music.
Beethoven wasn't so great. What do you mean Beethoven wasn't so great? He never got his picture on bubblegum cards, did he?
Poor Beethoven, never got a bubblegum card. Poor Snoopy.
Can you play Jingle Bells?
We had a little toy, like, keyboard that would, like, teach you how to play basic songs, and Jingle Bells was the first thing on the, like, automatic player thing. So when I was, like, 5, I would just play Jingle Bells all year long. I'm sure everybody in the house hated Jingle Bells. They probably still do to this day.
I mean Jingle Bells. You know, Santa Claus and Ho Ho Ho, and mistletoe and presents to pretty girls.
The annoyance on his face.
We're back.
How does that thing still have needles?
Boy, are Are you stupid, Charlie Brown?
How?
What kind of a tree is that?
It's a good tree. Don't hurt its feelings.
They're hopeless, Charlie Brown. Completely hopeless.
Oh, the little redhead girl called him hopeless. That sucks. I don't know what would hurt more, your crush calling you hopeless or your dog laughing at you.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
So right in the middle of this, like, mental breakdown that Charlie's about to have, Linus gets up and gives the famous what Christmas is all about speech.
For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
It harkens back to the religious roots of Christmas, and even if you're not religious, though, it's a sweet moment because it's just a reminder that Christmas isn't about the flashy commercialization of the holiday, and it's really sweet.
Lights, please.
Also, I've always wondered this. Which peanut had to operate the lights to put the spotlight on Linus right at that minute?
That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
So inspired by this, Charlie takes his little tree and he leaves, and all the other kids just kind of follow behind him in a silent mob.
I'll take this little tree home and decorate it, and I'll show them it really will work in our play.
Soft drinks aren't really soft. Nothing that fizzes and bubbles is soft.
Okay. I mean, you've got a point. I always thought it was a soft drink because it was an alcoholic.
Welch's white grape juice. It feels soft. Tastes soft.
It tastes soft.
Welch's white grape juice. Softer than soft drinks.
I mean, I do love me some Welch's grape juice. Aww.
How is JCPenney becoming the fashionable choice in children's fashion? By doing our homework.
Wait a minute. So the kid was all sad and alone on a bench, and I thought that the commercial was going to address that. And they're like, nope, look at those kids and their fly kicks. Really weird.
With thousands of holiday messages to choose from, Hallmark has a card for everyone on your Christmas list.
John A. Smith, chirp. John B. Smith, chirp. John D. Smith.
What about John C. Smith?
Naughty.
Wait a minute. So Hallmark is suggesting that the elves have to shop for Christmas cards?
Get ready for the Christmas classic.
To the North Pole, please.
Frosty the Snowman, next.
Frosty! That video is also coming. I'm still determined to do it. I don't care. That's not Christmas anymore.
Join George C. Scott and Edward Woodward, A Christmas Carol.
Fun fact, that Christmas Carol is the favorite version of Chris, who played Scrooge in our Christmas Carol. Sorry to keep talking about my movie, but, you know, it's the truth.
Humbug.
Taking my hair down, it's all falling out anyway. There we go, a Hallmark movie makeover.
I've killed it.
So Charlie Brown goes home and he puts one ornament on his tree.
Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
I wouldn't go that far. Calm down.
I never thought it was such a bad little tree.
And then all the other kids come in collection, then somehow make it into a completely different tree. It's cute, though. It reminds me of this tree, because this tree, without all the garland and ornaments and stuff on it, looks like it has about as many needles as Charlie Brown's tree. And then all the kids just start caroling around the tree, which makes it look like they're all in a Christmas cult, but anyway.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
Aww. It's so cute. And that's the end. Isn't that cute? It's such a sweet special. I love it so.
See how those kids you grew up with turned out when the Brady Bunch reunites for a very Brady Christmas later.
Frosty the Snowman, next.
Okay. Anyway, it's a very sweet special. It's classic. I love it. I'm glad that we got to talk about all of these on the channel. And if you guys have any more Peanut specials, because I know there's a lot of them. Most of the other ones I haven't actually seen. But if you guys want me to cover some other ones, let me know. I think a couple have been recommended in past Peanuts videos, but I'll try to make a list of them and maybe we can cover them throughout the year. But yeah, that's all I've got for this one. It was really cute. I liked the addition of the old-timey commercials. Thanks, Vimeo. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. Bye!